Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz along with Michelle Banache. And, as we all start to look forward to spring, the reality is that winter is still with us. And, in fact, we're still having fun with winter up there in the UP.
They do know how to have a good time in winter in the UP.
Do. Yeah.
And here to tell us about that is Skip Schultz, president of Masters Racing Circuit. And, Skip, we're excited to have you on the show. And you guys are still snowmobiling up there.
Oh, yeah. We usually snowmobile at least till the end of March and many times into early April. So this is really a prime time for snowmobiling in the UP simply because the trails are hard, they're smooth, and the weather's a little bit warmer.
I was up in the UP in early March, and there was one of those kind of freakish, warm, kind of freezing rain type events. Only lasted for a day. And I was talking to some of the snowmobile folks, and I said, really sorry to see this weather. And they said, don't be sorry. This is it's like, just settling everything in. We're going to have great snow in the UP into April because of this. So is that true over on your side of the UP as well?
Oh, that's very common to have that happen where the snow hardens, and when it hardens, the groomers actually can pack the trail a lot better than what you do during the December, January, and February, because there the trails don't hold up. But when you've got the warm, cold, freeze-thaw, what happens then is the groomers can actually make the trails almost perfect, and they hold up more than anything for Dave and Michelle. That's what you want with the snowmobile trail, is for it to be able to hold up to traffic. It holds up to traffic better in mid to end of March than it does earlier in the year.
Yeah, quirky year. We started out so slow, but once that snow started, it stayed up there in the UP especially, and there's been great snowmobiling. So still a little time for people to either bring their own snowmobiles up to the UP or maybe rent a snowmobile and do a little riding themselves.
Well, the other nice thing to remember is it's not just the trails, the hundreds and hundreds of miles of connecting trails. What this does is in the national forest and the state forest on the public land is now you're able to ride these forest roads, and for the, I'll just say, average snowmobiler, you don't have the fear so much of getting stuck because of how hard the snow is.
Yeah.
So you get on and off trail riding, and the off trail riding where it is legal on public land is perfect at this time of the year.
Yeah, it gets so deep in the middle of the winter that you go off trail, you can really sink that snowmobile in pretty deep up there. Well, you have some big events coming up, and not for the average snowmobiler either.
That's right.
One of the things, Dave and Michelle, that we're going to be doing, I hate to tell you this, but last year we had the thought and we lost it. Our events at Big Powderhorn and Marquette Mountain were canceled. Well, this year we've got some of the best snow conditions, and on March 30th, we're going to be bringing uphill drag races at Big Powderhorn. And what this is you've got the man-made snow that they have and the natural snow, and you've got 3 lanes that are groomed for drag racing up a hill. And that's on Saturday the 30th. And then we're going to do something on Sunday that we did there years ago at neighboring Copper Peak. But now we're going to do it at Big Powderhorn, and that's going to be a hill climb. And that's totally different. And why I tell you this is that people think of uphill drags as a hill climb.
Yeah.
It's not. It's apples and oranges. It's night and day. It's totally different. There's uphill drags that are smooth, groomed, 3 lanes, and I'm not going to kid you, go as fast as you can against fellow competitors. But a hill climb is one at a time, going up the steepest part of Big Powderhorn through gates, kind of like what you guys, Dave and Michelle, you see on the ski hills going downhill around the gates. Well, we'll reverse.
So
we start at the bottom, and we got to go around those gates as we work our way to the top of the hill. And at the top of the hill, there's a timing chute. Just like the skiers go through, well, we do too, but we're going uphill, not down. So that's a new event at a ski hill. Now, the hill climbs that we've been running since the mid-'90s have basically been in non-ski areas. We're going to try something different, and that's going to be doing this at a ski hill.
You know what? That sounds so much more interesting to me than just flat out going as fast as you can straight up the hill. So they're going to basically be going like in moguls, just uphill.
Like slalom?
Yeah, like slalom.
Yeah, it's going to be slalom, but it's more of an extreme slalom than the downhill skiers do, because to make it a challenge, we have to get the machines to go what we call side hilling.
Yeah.
Go from way to the left side, way to the right side on a steep angle, and then they got to straighten it up and get it around that gate. And it's a slalom, but it's a lot more extreme slalom. But that's not to take away from the excitement on Saturday of the uphill drags. And the reason that where that excitement is unlike drag races on an airport or on a lake where you've got a lot of distance to do it. Here you've got a short distance. You've got to get all your speed right away. And I'm not going to kid you, a ski hill isn't a perfect flat surface like a lake
Yeah.
or anything else. So even though we're going to do our best to make it as smooth as we can, I'm not going to kid you. There's going to be a little bit of air in it because ski hills aren't perfectly
Wow.
flat.
I'm starting to see why this is called the Masters circuit
Yeah.
and not the
That's right.
Michelle can ride in this circuit.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, it's interesting, Michelle. Though we have had women that have done very well on the drag race, and I'm trying to think of the politically correct way of saying this. And a lot of times it's because they have very good reflexes for the timing light. And here's the kicker to it all: they're sometimes a little bit less lighter weight than the men. So you get a smaller gal with quick reflexes, and the guys just look to their right, left, and they see that gal over there in one of the lanes and go, "Oh my gosh, here you got a gal at 80 pounds, and that's the weight of my right thigh." You know, and
That's my girl.
Oh, great! The only chance they've got, basically, is trying to get the jump on them. And I don't know the physiological reason, but for some reason, gals have quick reflexes to the starting light.
You just made my whole day, Skip.
No, I bet you do very well.
Well, it's going to be fun. Big Powderhorn Mountain Snowmobile Hill Climb coming up March 30th and 31st.
And then we've also got, and we've just got a few more minutes, less than a minute, but the season ends at Marquette Mountain April 6th. So I want to make sure folks know that as well.
That's the event that has been drawing people from all over the Midwest. Big Powderhorn drags on Saturday the 30th and the hill climb on Sunday. That's new, okay? That's never been done. But Marquette Mountain has been something that's been going on since the early to mid-'90s, and you would not believe watching all these snowmobilers in T-shirts, which we require them to wear long-sleeve shirts, but then you've got all the fans sitting out getting burnt. And I'm not kidding you because of the sun and the snow.
Right, it's a good mixture.
They're watching a snowmobile event at Marquette Mountain on April 6th, and they're getting probably as good of a tan as Dave and Michelle would get, on July 4th weekend.
Wow, well, it's going to be a good time. Thank you, Skip. Skip Schultz, president of Masters Racing Circuit up there, and big events happening both at Big Powderhorn and then at Marquette as well. And for more information, just go to mastersracing.net. Lots of other events happening around the state, Michelle.
Absolutely. Visit the beautiful City Opera House in Traverse City March 21st to catch the sights and sounds of the Monterey Jazz Festival. This event, which is hailed as the longest continuously running jazz festival in the world, includes many award-winning Michigan performers, including Dee Dee Bridgewater and Christian McBride. And outdoor enthusiasts will want to attend the ultimate sports show in Grand Rapids. The DeVos Place will have everything for the avid fishermen, the hunters, RVers, and outdoor loving family members, March 21st through the 24th. It will include taxidermy, antique lures, trout pond, lots to see and do there. Build your dreams and remodel your life at the Livingston County Home Show and Taste of Livingston County Show in Howell, March 22nd through the 24th. This is the 50th annual home show, and it's going to feature more than 200 exhibitors at Howell High School Fieldhouse. And it's maple syrup time at Hartwick Pines, March 23rd. Learn about the history of maple sugar making in North America. And of course, you're not going to want to miss Three Oaks History Day, March 23rd. And they're going to be hosting a walking tour from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So there is much, much more happening. Go to Michigan.org to find out what.
Thank you, Michelle. What do you know about Jackson? Jackson's a pretty cool place. I've been there many times, and we're going to find out about Jackson area next, and can't wait to tell you right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.